Hello. No, you haven't got sound again, mate. You've muted. Hello. There you go.
Hi.
That's it.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, there we go.
Every week.
You okay?
Yes, you?
Yeah, not too bad.
It's Monday, and it's time for three men and a microphone.
Hello, welcome along to episode 90 of Three Men and a Microphone from These Three Media. Thank you so much for downloading this episode. If you're listening after you've listened to the Peaky Blinders episode last week and you've stuck around, thank you very much. Welcome along. This is our normal show, so we hope you're going to enjoy this as well. Hello, Darren.
Hello, how are you?
I am good, except I'm tired and I've not slept very well this week. But apart from that, I'm okay.
Oh, bless. I'm in pain this week.
Why?
Because I've got a mark on my hand. Can you see that mark there?
Yeah. You've cut your nails.
He's cut his
I have
nails.
cut my nails, yeah, but my hand's a little bit
No.
bruised.
Let's go back to the nails because you've cut your
Okay.
nails after they were horrifically long last week.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Yeah, my wife told me to do them.
Yeah, I'm sure she did. Hello, Damian.
Hello, you. Yeah, we talked about this last week because Darren, we've got a bit of a phobia on this show about poo. And the thing is, we talked about Darren's fingernails, and I'm sure I saw a bit of poo. So they had to go. Vile.
Me and Darren haven't got a phobia about it. You've got a fascination with it, I think might be a better way of describing that.
There was definitely remnants or fragments of poo. They needed to go, and at one point he even mentioned biting his fingernails. So, no, Darren, it's good to see that you become a man again.
Yes.
Excellent. Right, coming up on the show today, we have got subjects including my new car, John Bishop comedy show, and also Small Things, which is from Damian. Don't make a connection. It's not that. It's about shrinkification.
Yeah, okay. Carry on, because I want you to ask me what I've done to my hand in a bit.
I don't really care, to be fair. Let's start episode 90 of Three Men and a Microphone roundabout now.
I think you'll find what happened is that I've got teeth marks in my knuckles because I was babysitting in the night, my daughter.
Did she latch on and not let go? Like a
That's a
snappy
reference
dog or
to
something.
episode, is it 88?
88, yes. Children biting. Okay, so you weren't doing like DIY. You hadn't got a hammer and you were hitting nails and you hit yourself. It was
No. Millie just wanted dessert, so...
Honestly, the letters we got, seriously. I think it was in the name of the show, Biting Children. Seriously. Angela Rayner wrote to me at one point.
It was episode 88, Biting Children, Man Bags, Storm Eunice and the Winter Olympics, which was a very full episode. And if you've not listened to that, I'd highly recommend you go back and listen to it because it's very funny.
And to be fair, that did pretty well. It couldn't get any worse than Darren's got COVID.
No.
We've remained the lowest rated show in the history.
It just shows
of
that people
Three Men and a
don't
Microphone.
care. People don't give a flying bleep.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they don't. And I didn't think, we won't go madly onto this, but I didn't think that, I thought I'd still be wearing my mask and stuff like that. I've been to about 3 places now and I just haven't bothered to put a mask on.
Whoa!
I
Whoa,
know.
you be careful,
I
you.
know.
You
I know.
rebel.
You might pick up a funny virus like norovirus maybe this time.
Well, the first time I did it was when I went to pick up my new car. And I've got a new car. So we went into the showroom and we sat down and Colin was with me and I was filling in so much paperwork. It's like a tree full of paperwork you have to fill in to pick up the new car. And we were sat there and Colin went, "This is the first time I've been somewhere where we haven't got a mask on." I was like, "Yeah, it's a bit weird. It felt a little bit strange."
So he was naked as well without a mask?
No, he wasn't naked. Stop being obsessed with his nakedness.
Sorry. Because, of course, we talked a few weeks ago about you, because you are an older man, you know, this
I'm
show
42.
is about I know, but you're in your 40s, so that's what this show's about. And you decided to get yourself a sports car, which I was really proud of you about. The colour's horrendous, but the car
The colour's gorgeous. It's honestly,
one
it's
of the worst things I've ever seen. However, it's not. I like it. However, just for the people that are joining us today for the first time, so we're all in our 40s, and we've all kind of got together through COVID and all that sort of stuff. And Ian has had the biggest transformation. He's kind of gone into a bit of a trendsetter. He's got himself a flat cap now. He's got his hair sorted. He's got a bit of a trendy beard. And now you've gone and got yourself a sporty car, mate.
Do you know how long I've had this beard? I've had this beard for 8 years. I've had this.
You
beard.
had that when you were at the Pulse?
No, I didn't. I was definitely clean shaven then. That was just being lazy. I didn't have a beard, but I have had this beard for about 8 years. Anyway, so yes, I have brought myself a sports car. I brought myself a Mazda MX-5.
No poo.
No, Damian. A Mazda MX-5. So it's a 2-seater convertible, which has got the smallest boot in the world. It's literally, you can fit probably about one gym bag in it. That's it. And there's hardly any of the story. So it's not a practical car at all, but oh my God, it drives like a dream.
Have you put your foot down yet?
Oh God, yeah. It's rear wheel drive, so I'm being a little bit cautious because I'm not used to a rear wheel drive car. So if you go around a roundabout a bit too fast or a corner and you put your foot down, you're going to lose the back end. But yeah, it sounds really nice, and it's got a nice throaty sort of vroom about it.
Have you named it her or him?
No, I don't name cars.
You have to name your car.
Yeah, you gotta call it like Michael the Mazda.
No, well, if you're going to name a car, you have to name it a female.
Yeah.
Cars are
Martha
female.
the Mazda.
No, not No, Darren. No.
Mine was just known as Lady. I had a Peugeot 206.
I might
It's called
call
Lady.
it. I could call it Tina. No, it's not a Tina car. It's not a Tina car. I could call it Betty Davis. That's a reference.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
No, because you've got this new car, and I'm always, again, because you're quite an adventurous guy. You like to invite people around to your house every now and then to spice things up, which is nice. So, just in terms of the car, have you made love?
No, honestly, you couldn't. There isn't the room.
No, you could.
No, you can't.
Me and Darren would find a way.
The seats don't go back, so they don't. In some cars the seats go right back. These seats don't do that. But yeah, there isn't the room. What I would say is that I had to drop some. So I went, and you bring all your documentation. I didn't bring the right VR5 form or whatever it is. The one you hand over. So I had to drive back to Derby the day after, drop it off, and I was like, an excuse to drive the new car.
Nice.
And I was in traffic, and I had the roof down. I had the music on. It was a nice sunny day on Saturday.
Whoa.
What?
It's March. It's
No,
May.
it was a beautiful sunny day on Saturday.
I've always seen the people with the convertible in the cold with the shades on and a hat and scarf on because it's freezing. And I've looked at them and gone, "You twat!"
Yeah, what a tosser! Seriously, it's the bloody February, for God's sake.
Anyway, let me get on with my story. So I'm driving on, stuck in a bit of traffic, and then I spot this other car, convertible car. It's a white car. I'm not sure what it was, but there's two lads in it. And I see them looking at me in the mirror, or looking at the car in the mirror, not at me. And literally, I just sort of drive past a little bit slowly. I'm sort of there, leaning back a little bit, one hand on the steering wheel and a hand on the thing, and shut it down. And I'm driving there, and they follow me, and they watch the car. So I just slightly drop the revs and, just slightly rev the engine a little bit, and then drive off. And I'm like, I'm 18 again. I love it.
And then you turn the stereo up, and there it is. Take that, relight my fire. Help me escape this feeling of insecurity.
I think you find it was 5 Got the Feeling, to be fair.
Oh, for God's sake.
No, I was listening to Kistry, actually, I'll have you know. So I was playing, there were some proper decent tunes playing, so I was listening to Kistry, which is the old dance and R&B station. So,
And he had his shades on, and the guys sort of asked him for directions. They were going to think he's quite a manly man. And, he wound down the window.
Boots, stuffed him in.
No, he wound down the window, and he kind of turned around, and the boys went, all right, nice motor there, fella. How much I take you back? And he goes, and not a lot, actually. I got a finance deal.
I did get a finance deal, and they're not as expensive as you think they are. But it's really nice. And you'll be able to see it when we meet up in a month or in a couple of months.
Very exciting, yeah, because we are having an on tour episode. Is this right?
No, we are just having a lads' weekend at the he calls it a small holding. I call it a shaggy cottage.
Well, I don't really want to know how many people have had it in there, but
try and edit that, my friend.
It's fine. I'm not going to edit. I'm going to leave it in. So yeah, we are meeting up. We are going to be. So I've got a holiday let. So we're going to stay at the holiday let, just the three of us, and we're going to have drink. I'm cooking food, so I'll cook dinner and breakfast, and we're just going to have a bit of a laugh and record an episode. Why did you at me cooking?
Are we making love?
No, Damian, we're not making love.
You're going to force feed us your weirdo space age food, aren't you?
No, I said to you, I'm going to do steak and chips.
Oh,
yeah, but you're not allowed proper food because you're weird.
I am allowed proper food, Darren. I'm allowed chips and steak. I just can't eat gluten.
For the benefit that people don't know, you are a silly fool. Sorry, no, silly arse. What was it?
Celiac.
That's it.
Yeah.
And, do you want to come on this free holiday? Do you want to be invited? I can uninvite you.
Yeah, but you know what you'll do, don't you? Because when he comes in, I mean, straight away, you know what Darren's like? Monster Munch. No, Darren, we don't have Monster Munch. We don't have hula hoops. And no, we don't have those little fishy things that they used to have.
Have you been near me this week? Because I had a packet of pickled onion Monster Munch this week in the car.
Remember years ago?
In the car?
In the car.
Do they not get all over?
I'm driving automatic. No, it's fine. I'm not breaking the law.
Well, you are, because you're not technically. You're not,
well, no,
you're
I
not
don't need the gear stick.
But you're not concentrating on the road, though, are you?
There's not a lot else to concentrate on in an automatic.
If you're tipping a bag of crisps up and you got your head,
I don't drink the remnants out of it.
I was going to say, what you're drinking crisps?
Well, when you got the crisps at the end, you tip the bag up to get the.
No, you don't. You get your finger. You get a bit of spit on it and you get it right in the corner. Bring those bad boy crumbs up to your mouth and nibble. You don't get it like you're sucking on gravy. You don't do that. Well, that dirty... Oh, look at him.
This is what you do. Here's a bag I had earlier. So you take it up and you do that. And then you go...
Oh, no.
Yeah, you see, my dad used to do that in the local working men's club.
Can we bring that back again? You're so cute. Because obviously he's gone and spent all his money on his car, and now he's got like the really cheapo versions of the crisps.
Actually, no, these aren't. They're actually very posh chips.
Where did you get them from?
I ordered them online because I got sent a packet of them in a subscription box, and I thought I got sent a pack of truffle flavored crisps, and I thought, oh, they're quite nice. So I ordered a box of them.
What have you become? Seriously,
crisps are okay in your top 3 or 4 flavors. Prawn cocktail are just weird. Smoky bacon are the far, far, far amazing ones, number 1.
Vile.
But truffle flavour.
It's nice. Truffle flavoured crisps. Yeah, they're nice.
See, you're all wrong there, Darren, because let's just throw smoky bacon out the window there. I don't know where don't know where you're going with that. So we're gonna do this properly. You're gonna have a nice bit of sour cream thrown in there. What? Whoa. You're going to have a bit of roast chicken when you have your pint. And to top it off with your pint, you're going to have a bag of C&O.
C&O? Cheese and onion?
Yeah.
So your roast chicken crisps, I will ask you, are they the normal Walker's roast chicken, or are they the roast chicken sensation, which is chicken and thyme?
Yeah, I don't like that because they've got bits, and then all of a sudden, when you start talking, the bits are in your teeth,
and they get green bits.
They do, like a bit of a herb.
The other thing you can do though is try and eat a packet of them without licking your lips. It's a bit like with a donut, and then the flavour just builds up in your lips, and then at the end of it, you just suddenly go, and you eat all the flavour off your lips.
You just wanted to make that noise again, didn't you?
Yeah. That doesn't happen with me and Darren because I normally lick his lips.
You share. How did we get onto this? Anyway, my new car is brilliant. I love it. It's very nice.
Hold on a minute, and I think Darren will agree with this. You have turned into a bit of a knob, haven't you? Because I mean,
Mate, I don't drive an Audi A8. If you want to talk knobs on the road, then you drive an Audi A8. So
it's an A5, actually.
Well, an A5. It's an Audi still, knob.
I didn't think that you were turning into a knob or a dickhead or a twat or anything like that until you actually admitted that you had the roof down in winter.
I agree with that, Darren. And me and you don't agree on a lot. But I mean, can you imagine him?
The car salesman said to me
I bet he did.
On the Friday, because it was a nice day on the Friday, he says, "You've just got to drive that with the top down." And I'm like, yeah, I have. So I was sat there on the forecourt and I went to press a button and it went. And then I drove off.
I bet he was laughing all the way to the bank. Imagine it. Well, can you imagine him?
You can ask him next week because he's on the show. He is.
Oh, yeah. Great.
He's in a band. So they are on the show.
He drives it in the winter with the top down, doesn't he? With his shades on in the cloud.
The only way is up, baby. Goodness.
No, it's that other one. I am what I am.
Don't ever take the mickey out of that song. That is a gay anthem.
Oh, but you can imagine it. Yeah.
So yeah, next week we have a special guest band coming onto the show. They are called the Wednesday Club.
Ooh.
And they've got a brand new single out on today, as you're listening to this. If you listen to this on day of release, they've got a brand new single out. And they will be coming on to, we'll play the 2 tracks, and then they're also going to do a special acoustic cover version of a song.
What, on this show?
On this very show. It's like my Tuesday evening shows on Hospital Radio. Me with new bands. That's what it is.
Do you know what? I mean, it's almost like the CD UK for the modern era. This is what I love about the show. Although the show, it doesn't quite know where it is at the minute because, we have guests on, we're political. This is what I love about this show because it's unpredictable conversation.
I knew where you were going.
See what I did there? Oh, I love this show. Stay tuned.
Like what you're listening to? Then don't forget to rate and review the podcast wherever you listen. This is 3 Men and a Microphone podcast.
So we've discussed crisps so far, and there is quite a worrying trend happening in the food industry, apart from everything going up in price, including petrol. But let's not get started on that. The fact that it's £1.63 a litre. Anyway, but there's this phenomenon that's happening in the food. I'm going to hand over to special correspondent Damian with more details.
Drives me crazy, Ian. Drives me crazy. Now I'm an office boy, so I have myself some sarnies. Undo me foil, bless her. The other half does me sandwiches for me, and I always like a nice bag of crisps with your sandwich to either add them to the layer of bread, and it's part of lunch. So normally I like to try the crisps before I go to work and go, oh, that's a juicy bag. So I had one. It looked substantial. It looked, God, this is a good bag of crisps. Got it to work, opened the bad boy. It was like fucking Storm Dudley coming out of me bag of crisps, for God's sake. So then I proceeded to put my hand, which I've got no pooey nails, into the bag of crisps. My good God. I swear there must have been about 5 crisps in there.
So your full hand went all the way in the bag to get a crisp?
Yeah. So I thought, okay, well, maybe this is just like a one-off, something like that. Had myself a bag of Cheetos. Are they Cheetos? Like, what's it?
Oh, yeah, the cheap.
The Cheeto ones, yeah.
Cheetos,
yeah. Open a bad boy of them. Again, right near the bottom. So I counted them. I counted the Cheetos. 7 Cheetos.
How much was the bag of crisps?
Sorry?
How much was the bag of crisps?
Part of a multi-pack.
Yeah.
But 7 Cheetos in
7
one bag?
7 Cheetos in one bag.
So they're like the old 5p bags of crisps you used to be able to get.
Terrible. So then I had myself some shredded wheat, didn't I? Remember back in the day, you used to have that massive bit of white paper with the shredded wheat in, and you had to... You got your shredded wheat out. It was like something you could
3 in a pack. 3 in a pack, yeah.
3 in a pack, yeah. they're little. I mean, it's almost like little farty frosted wheat things now. Pathetic. What is going on? So I thought maybe this is just. So there's breakfast. There's you've got your crisps. So maybe let's try a bit of a mini egg going on. So a bag of mini eggs. For the love of God, they're now doing it with feckin' mini eggs. You cannot. What's it called, Ian? What's this phenomenon called?
It is called shrinkification, and it is where they reduce the amount of stuff you get for the same price. So instead of putting the price up by 20 pence for a bag of crisps, they reduce the contents in that bag by a certain amount and still charge you the same amount of money.
Is this the same thing that's happened with a Curly Whirly, or have we just got bigger?
No, I think it. I don't know, because it's like wagon wheels. When we were young, wagon wheels used to be that big, but it's just because we've got bigger and the wagon wheels have stayed the same.
The biggest one. So I thought, you know what? Right, chocolate's out, crisps is out. I got myself a brew. They ain't going to let me down. So I got myself a old suggestive biscuit, didn't I? The old digestive. Got them. I thought, here we go. Remember back in the day, wouldn't go in your brew, would it? Too big to go in your brew. Love that.
Snap it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, now, right in your brew, do you know what happened? Plop. Gone.
Yeah.
In me brew.
Yeah.
So you can't even have a digestive biscuit now that won't go in your mug because it's that tiny with like a little tiny Jeremy Beadle hand holding a little digestive biscuit and drop, it goes in. So that's biscuits, crisps, chocolate, Pop-Tart. You ever seen a Pop-Tart recently? Oh my God, it looks like one of them shreddies. Just a little square shreddy. Pathetic.
And
so what has gone on with the world?
Do you want to know? It's inflation. We're all living through it.
Cost of living.
Everything is going up. Petrol's going up. Energy prices, good God, are they going up and half?
Speaking of which, no, he's not coming back.
No, he's not.
Talking of petrol going up, I feel my...
Will you turn that noise off on your machine?
I don't know how to turn it off. I'm sorry.
Dong. Sorry,
I don't know how to do it. Shall I just close down my Internet Explorer? It won't turn you off, will it?
If you've got Zoom open with us, then yes, it probably will. Just leave. It's fine, Darren.
No, it's okay. I've just done that.
Shouldn't be on Babe Station at this time of night anyway, to be honest.
You got you porn in the background.
So basically, I went to fill the car up. My car is called Hercules, by the way, because it's the Ford before. Don't shake your head at me.
Oh my God!
You've got a Kia. What is it? A Kia Sportage, and you've called it Hercules.
Oh
yeah.
God! Why is a man? Oh, I've got bloody right said Fred up there, and then you've got you with your big man, your hair. He's one of these kind, like Darren's he's quite a muscular guy, rotund. And when he wears a t-shirt, he purposely gets his chest hair over his t-shirt so he looks a bit more manly.
He combs it out, doesn't he?
Oh,
it just curls out, just so it sticks out.
All right, sweetheart, I'm just going to go and get Hercules. What an arsehole.
And arrives in a Kia 4x4.
Oh, God, I hate the pair of you. And when I get to my car, all I do is from a very distance, sometimes even when I'm in my bedroom, I'll just click it, open the boot electronically, and then take down my leather thing. And normally Jeeves meets me halfway, says, Damian, same place, no problem.
Join us next week for more of Three Men and a Microphone and Damian.
What were you going to say? What was your?
The first thing was I was going to come back on the fact that he called me rotund. Fuck you. So then,
honestly, I've got to edit this. Stop with you swearing so much.
He's so potty mouth today, isn't he?
He is,
honestly.
Right. So I filled Hercules up. It was only half a tank. £1.60 a litre. Cost me 60 quid for half a tank.
Can I ask you something?
Diesel, right? Hang on, let me finish.
Okay.
When the woman, I didn't really clock what it said on the dial on the pump. So when she went, said, yes, the diesel one out there, love. She said, yeah, pump number 2. She went 68 quid, and I went, no, it's not that one. I've only put half a tank, and it's number. She went, yeah, number 2 there. The only one who's had diesel. I went, yeah. She went 68 quid, and I went, I've only put half a tank in. So I was questioning her whether she got the right one.
I know, it is scary.
So do you guys? And I don't really know what it means. And I've driven for years. But do you know when people say, "Oh yeah, so it gets me 27 to the gallon"? It means nothing to me.
Miles. How many miles do you do to a gallon? Yeah.
Yeah, which we don't use. We don't use gallons, but you used to be able to get a gallon. Used to fill up as gallon, so it was what you prayed for 1 gallon of petrol instead of liters, and then we changed to liters. But anyway, so yeah, my car gets the new car gets about 41 miles to the gallon. So it means I go.
So you just said it there. What does that mean?
It means you travel 41 miles for a gallon worth of fuel. Which
but you don't have a gallon. What's a gallon?
A gallon is 3.785 for 11,784 litres.
What a load of rubbish.
That means shit all to me.
Yeah.
Is that better?
No, stop with your swearing. God, I've got to do this for a radio edit version. So it'll be like beep, 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 beep.
Okay, so just again, right. So in terms of really revving the car now, and this gets me about 55 to the gallon. So, I mean, what does it mean?
55 miles to a gallon, Damian. It's not difficult to understand.
Well, it is, because you didn't know what a gallon was, you idiot.
I know what a gallon is. I'm
What's
not
it
even sure what the litres were.
What's a gallon?
It's 1 gallon. 1 gallon is 3.78 litres.
Well, what is a gallon?
It's a unit of measurement. It's like, what is a milliliter? What is a litre? It's a unit of measurement.
Yeah, but people don't say that, do they? They don't start their car and go, this gets me 20 to the millimetre.
No, but you say it gives me 20 to the gallon. That's a unit of measurement.
It's not a gallon, though. You don't go to the petrol station and says, can I have 10 gallons, please?
You do if you're in America or if you're in other parts of the world. You fill up by a gallon. You don't fill up by a litre.
You think you're in another country driving around in that bloody Comic Relief car, I tell you, for God's sake.
Clean edit! I'm even doing the captain's job for him now. From these three media, this is the 3 Men and a Microphone podcast.
So social media, we've all got it. Obviously, we've got a These 3 Media page. We've got a 3 Men and a Microphone page. What I really don't like sometimes is when you see someone who becomes everything you despise in a person. And this is when someone goes from a lovely, nice, caring, lovable big bear like our Darren to suddenly all over social media, there he is. All right, I'm out with the lads. Picture with his lads. And there's Tomo and there's Dicko and Nobbo. They're all kind of together. All his mates. Yeah, we're out. Ew, living it large. And everyone's got like the little pint glasses. Wee. Darren's there, living it large. Why are you going out? All right, you should be in. You should be watching Emmerdale Farm. You should be reading your child a story, but you're not. You're out there gallivanting. Did you even tell me what time you were getting back? Did you?
Sounds like a guy who's a bit jealous you have no social life.
Oh,
you are jealous.
I'm confused.
I mean, seriously, I looked at them and it looked like UB40's tribute act. What was it?
Who are we talking about?
Him going out with his lads.
Oh, he's not there. I wondered where you were going.
It made me sick. And I tell you, he was there. One picture, he literally was like squelching his muscles together. When have you changed? When did you become a Neanderthal?
I have since I got divorced from Nutcase, the first one. I have got a great social life. I'm going out again on Saturday to a school reunion.
I've always got.
I couldn't think of anything worse.
No, do you know what, Ian? I like Darren's wife. I always have. I've had a lot of time.
No, I wasn't saying I couldn't think of anything worse than Darren's wife. I was saying I couldn't think of anything worse than the school reunion. That's where I was going with that. So where did you go last weekend then, Darren?
So we went to Manchester. There was about 8 of us, all couples. Yeah, all grown.
Was there an odd one out?
Nope.
Was there a couple that fought? Was there a couple that aren't really getting on very well? Was everyone okay?
No. In fact, we're all going on holidays as well twice this year.
Does everyone like everybody else? Is there one in the group that's a bit annoying that you're not quite as fond of?
I'm the annoying one.
Did your wife make an effort and make you feel welcome to turn up to an event or not?
Absolutely. It was fantastic. Everything about it was fantastic. We went to see a very well-known, actually, he became famous midlife, Scouser comedian, John Bishop, we went to see. Fantastic show. Brilliant show. Unfortunately, the biggest talking point of the whole show, right? So the warm-up guy did jokes about the fact that his mum and dad were deaf, and he did all the jokes in sign language, which I thought was fascinating, and it was brilliant. And he took the mick out of the fact that he was brought up by deaf parents and all of that. John Bishop was great, but that wasn't the big talking point for the whole weekend that we were there. The fact that the lady next to me, who I didn't know, fell asleep on my shoulder.
Legitimately.
Was this?
She was. John Bishop came out, right? All applauding. Yeah, he did his first monologue. Welcome to the show. Did a joke about you might have to edit this, or I'll leave a gap, Ian. He made a joke about the Russians and Abramovich and Chelsea.
Definitely edit that out.
Okay. Well, anyway, he did a
Yeah.
joke.
No, just it's not.
Yeah, okay,
great.
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's why I left a gap. So he did his first open monologue. Before he got to the first punchline or the first laugh, she was asleep on my shoulder.
Was this? Were you in a theatre or was it a stadium gig?
Arena, Manchester Arena.
Manchester Arena. So yeah, it's quite easy to tell if it's a theatre or an arena, Darren. But anyway, so it was it was a big concert, not a. It wasn't like a Palace Theatre type one. It was a big.
No.
Hold on a
Thousands
minute.
of people there.
Don't throw the Palace Theatre under the bus.
I was saying the Palace Theatre as in small. Anyway, let's not get down that road. How did she fall asleep? Because I'd imagine it was a fairly noisy environment, and there was a lot of buzz going around. There's a lot of people laughing, and she was.
So
literally,
anyway,
was she on there drooling on your shoulder?
No. Basically, so she
wasn't dead.
No. So what happened was, we're all watching the show.
I'm so sorry.
So there's the three boys, and then the three wives, and then this side, this lady and a daughter and a daughter's friend, and she's sitting there laughing and doing. Next thing you know, I hear this, and it sounded like this. And I look over, and her head's on my shoulder.
Was she narcoleptic?
She have a metal head. Why was it that loud? Was she RoboCop?
It just felt like a. So I looked at her daughter, and so John Bishop's carrying on. Obviously, all my friends are all laughing, and I'm talking to this woman going, "Is this lady all right?" She went, "Yes, it's my mum, but she does this. She'll fall asleep anywhere and just doze off." Right? Okay. So she moves her head back towards her. 20 minutes later, she wakes up, has a couple of drinks, goes off again.
On you?
No, on her daughter this time.
I mean, I'd be livid.
But a daughter is cradling her, stroking her head.
That's a little bit weird. How much were they? I would imagine they weren't sort of cheap. What were they? 60 quid a ticket, or something like that?
About that, yeah.
So you're spending 60 quid and you fall asleep. It's just weird.
The daughter was cradling her and stroking her head.
Yes.
And so I know what it was. I know what it was.
What?
She was a mannequin. She had bought her mannequin, who wasn't a real mother. She used her little mouth to be her mouth, a bit like Psycho. She wasn't real, was she, Darren? She was a mannequin.
She was real, because I spoke to her when I sat down when I first got there.
She could have said more than sorry. I mean, what about social distancing, man? Dribbling all over me with your COVID and your bloody whatever else you got. Get off, man.
There were people. So we were, if you've ever been into Manchester Arena, I don't know if you both have been in there at all. So you've got the flat part, then you've got all the raised seating on the stairs all around the sides and the back.
So like most arenas then.
Yeah, so just to my
You're so condescending. Honestly, I really want to punch you in the face tonight.
Just to my left, just to my right, we were quite close to the side, and this other couple were laughing and pointing and laughing, and I'm going, and I'm shrugging my shoulders going, I don't know, it's not with me.
You know? I think after a couple of seconds, I probably would have just shoved her quite viciously.
Would you? I wouldn't have. Of course, yeah. Could have flicked her ear.
If I was going to a concert or event like that and someone was falling asleep, I'm out. I'd sort of just gone, get off me, you freak. Go away. Personal space.
Oh, no.
But also, there's another story to this, a bit of an extra one anyway. Have you ever fell asleep in the cinema? Because my wife has.
Almost.
Yes, I did through Avatar.
And it's yeah, I could.
I
understand
went
that.
like proper, and I did the whole thing where you wake up and you know you're not sure where you are. So I did that.
Yeah.
Do you know what it
I
is
saw
though?
a
That-
bloke actually turn around and sheesh, sheesh, sheesh.
Do you know what it is though? It's because it's a dark room. They're normally comfy seats, and you're sort of lounging yourself back, and it's just I have almost fallen asleep at the cinema.
Right.
That point,
very-
you know when you sleep, you know when you sort of sat like that and you dozing off, and then you wake yourself up halfway through, and you're that.
Rest in
very,
your eyes.
very quick story. Right. Me and the wife just started dating at this point. And it was the time when the first of the new versions or the prequels of Star Wars started to come out. You know, the first lot or the new lot.
Yeah, bad films.
Yeah, so the very first one with that girl in it, the Jedi
Yeah, no,
girl.
I get that, Darren.
Yeah,
I know
right,
what the
so-
first ones were.
So I'd never seen Star Wars, right? So my wife's a big Star Wars fan, and she said, "Oh, for Christmas at December, let's go and see that new one." So we went. I said, "Right, okay, I've never been, but we'll go for you anyway."
You've never been to the cinema?
No, never been to see, never seen Star Wars. So I don't know what the storyline was or anything. So I sat there within half an hour. My wife's asleep. She's the only one who wanted to see the film.
Oh, do you know what I mean? I told you I didn't like her. How could she fall asleep with old Jabba the Hutt?
Oh,
No.
I'm sorry, quite easy with a Star Wars film. I can fall asleep at a Star Wars film. They're boring.
Oh, I'm
I thought
sorry.
you were well into Star Wars.
No, he's
I'm not
Mr.
a Star
Martin
Wars.
McFart, isn't he?
No,
Oh,
I'm Star Trek, yeah, all day, every day. But
Oh,
Star
yeah,
Wars,
it's weird.
Star Wars is it's boring. They are boring films. They're too long. They're
They are
over.
long films, aren't
They
they?
are, yeah.
They
They're
are
just
long
long
films,
and
yeah,
dull
they are.
films.
yeah.
Although Rise of Skywalker was quite a good film, but the rest of them have just been pretty bland.
Here we go. Here's one for you. And it's really, let's just see if you can do it straight away. Just the first thing that comes to your mind, okay? Not that, Ian. Get that dirty thing out of your mind. Right, here we go. I'm going to go right now, and you need to answer straight away, okay? Ian, favourite film? No,
Me.
you thought about it. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I just want a name. Just a name.
I can't
Darren,
give
favourite
you
film?
one.
Moonwalker.
Ah,
Shut up, you.
And we're there again.
Not a chance.
Clean edit! I'm even doing the captain's job for him now. From these three media, this is the Three Men and a Microphone podcast.
So Dan, after you built this up last week, that you said, "Oh, wait, I'm going to tell you, I've been to John Bishop. I'm going to give you a whole." You hasn't ever said, was it good?
He's very, very, very good. And the whole show was about him being middle-aged, getting a little bit older.
How long was it? How long was he on for?
He was on about an hour and 10. He's very, very good. The best joke of the night was the fact that people 40 plus, we look great straight on, but the minute we turn to the side, we look like fat bastards. That was brilliant.
that's
It is
so
very
true.
true.
So true.
Who's your favourite comedian you've seen? So who's your favourite comedian? So I saw Sean Locke at the Christmas jingle ball that Jasper Carrot used to put on at the NEC.
Oh,
I remember that.
many years ago.
Wow.
He's probably the funniest person I have ever seen live. He was just, his way of crafting a story was superb. So that's probably my favourite comedian I've seen live. Damian?
I would still say live. I would have said Ricky Gervais, but I was quite disappointed. I was disappointed.
Yeah, okay.
So Lee Evans for me.
Oh, I can imagine. Yes, because he's
But drenched.
yeah,
absolutely drenched.
It's like someone's just poured a bucket of water over him.
But so good. So
Yours,
good.
Darren?
I've got two answers for you, and I'm sorry that I got two answers for you. So the very first comedian I've ever seen was with my dad in Blackpool,
Chubby Brown.
Central Pier, the Russ Abbott's Madhouse.
You saw Russ Abbott live?
Yes,
Really?
for all the characters, Cooper Man, Basil and Bond, all of that lot. Bella Emberg was on the same show. Les Dennis was on the same show.
Jimmy.
I saw, you've just reminded me, when I was a kid, we went to Butlins in Skegness or something for a family holiday, and playing live with the Crankies. So you know the little
Yeah.
the Crankies.
Oh,
I'm
Jimmy
not
Cranky.
joking. One of the funniest shows I have seen. They were absolutely brilliant. And I think a lot of the jokes went over in my head, because I remember my mum and dad absolutely killing themselves laughing, because I think they were quite rude in a friendly innuendo type way. Very, very, very funny. Still a weird couple that he pretends she's a schoolgirl. But anyway, so your second one, Darren.
Yeah, so the actual one that is my favourite, a little bit controversial, and I am sorry for this. He's not with us anymore. And there was a whole big cloud around, was he part of a certain crew? And he's from your original neck of the woods. Freddie Starr.
No, you see, I'm
the funniest man I've ever seen on stage.
Lived by me, lived in a little place called Mapleborough Green. Just out there.
Did he live there?
He did, yeah.
He also performed at the Palace Theatre a couple of times, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Same as I tell you, he was there every year. Palace Theatre, it's in where we live. I live. Yeah. Chubby Brown every year comes back.
Oh, does he?
It out in minutes.
And Chubby Brown, if you ever see a show of Chubby Brown, the audience, you'd think it would be, I don't know, 30s, 40s. No, it's the Blue Rinse Brigade. It's the 70-year-olds. It is that age group that just
multi-millionaire though, Ian. He's a multi-millionaire.
I've not seen some of his stuff for a long time. I would imagine I would probably laugh at a lot of his stuff. Yeah. I'll just give one for you. I'll just give you one. Paul Zerden.
Sorry, Ian. We bought his DVD.
Did you? I saw him live a couple of years ago.
So did I.
So did the one with puppets?
Yes. He's absolutely brilliant. It's so funny, and he's very rude, and it just makes it even better.
Is he the one with Ahmed, the dead terrorist?
You're thinking of the American one whose name I can't remember. Paul Zerdan is the one that won America's Got Talent, and he's got the little boy. Is his main puppet one? Yes.
My wife quite fancies him. He's a very handsome guy, but his live show is amazing, and I think you just reminded me of something, and I don't think I went. Oh no! No, seriously.
Do you remember? I feel cool.
I've booked some tickets.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, for Karen, and I think
to see him.
Yeah, but I think I've missed it. I think it's happened.
Oh, you've booked tickets and you didn't go?
I don't think I did.
You utter clown!
Shit! It's already happened.
When was it?
No, it's not. I've just seen. We're going in May, but she doesn't know.
Oh, that would have been brilliant if you did.
I wouldn't have remembered. I genuinely wouldn't have remembered.
It's in January. Oh, no, that's gone. Ah! And of course, don't forget you can watch Peaky Blinders Season 6 with our friend, Steph, who was on last week's show. If you haven't listened to that, go back and listen because it's a brilliant interview. He's very happy with it. He did ask me to cut one bit out of it after it had been released. But anyway, let's not go down that route.
He's such a diva, isn't he?
I had to make a very, very quick edit and re-upload the episode. So if you downloaded it early, you've got the unedited version. If you've downloaded it after about midday on Monday, you've got the edited version.
Speaking of which, Ian, can we give a teaser? Can we give a little teaser to the people that love our show and been with us since the beginning? Because we are 90 shows into this megatron of a show.
Can I give you a teaser that we may be jumping on a bandwagon of having a subscription-only part of the podcast and also perhaps a Patreon that you might be able to support the podcast with, and we'll give you some details in a couple of weeks' time when we've got it figured out? That?
All in one breath. Well done for a smoker.
That might be coming soon. I'm not a smoker anymore, by the way, Darren. If you vape, they officially don't class you as a smoker. Just thought I'd let you know.
Load of rubbish.
Oh, what a load of crap.
I'm not a smoker anymore. Right, that is it for this week's episode of Three Men and a Microphone from These Three Media. We hope you've enjoyed the unpredictable conversation. We'll be back again next week. We've got a special guest with a band on the show. We're going to have some actual proper music. It's like a radio show. Think of the Live Lounge, but on a lesser budget. Thank you, Darren.
Thank you. And thank you.
Whatever. Thank you, Damian.
Yeah, thank you. Also, in a couple of weeks' time as well, speaking of guests, if you like ITV and you like their new Saturday programme, Starstruck, we are going to have one of the contestants on the show to speak to us about the experience and all of that stuff. So lots happening. Patreon, guests, bands. I tell you, we might even have a 15-minute preview.
We're not having a 5-minute preview at all. We were going to tell you about something else this week, but then we realised it's actually going to cost us a hell of a lot of money to do, and we're not quite sure we're going to do it. So we may come back to that later
It's very
on.
exciting, though, and I know I did hype it last week. If it
it's gonna
comes
be
off,
good.
it'll be the best thing we've ever done.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to remortgage to do it. So keep listening to the show. All
Because
I will say is it is the biggest thing that has been done in the podcasting world for a long time. If it comes off, it'll be amazing. So keep listening because I'm determined to make this happen.
But who knew it would cost so much to be I want to be a...
Yes, all right.
Thank you. Right, that's it from us for this week. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back again next Monday on your podcast feeds. If you like the show, share it with your friends and family. Let everyone know about it. And 3 Men and a Microphone has been a These Three Media production. Until next week, look after yourselves. Goodbye. God bless. Stay safe. Goodbye. You always stick your finger up there. I'm going to do the last bit on here. Does that sound a little bit like Top Gear at the end of that?
A little bit, yeah. The old Top Gear theme.
Yeah, a little bit of the Top Gear theme, a bit of a twang.
It does actually. Is that the show where they used to talk about 10 to the gallon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ian, what's a gallon?
It's a unit of measurement.